Have you ever wondered why you keep falling into the same negative patterns despite wanting to change? Often, it's not the world that holds us back, but our own outdated beliefs. These beliefs live quietly in our minds, shaping how we think, feel, and act. But here's the good news. You are not stuck. You can change. Let us explore ancient wisdom with modern insight to help you rewire your life step by step. Lesson 1. Outdated beliefs hold you back. From a young age, we absorb ideas from the world around us. Parents, teachers, society. They all shape what we believe to be true. These beliefs become like invisible walls in our minds. At first, they may protect us, but over time, many of them become outdated. You might believe that you're not smart enough, not attractive enough, or not worthy of success. These ideas can feel so real that we stop questioning them. But here's the truth. These beliefs are just stories. They are not facts. They are like old clothes that no longer fit, but we keep wearing out of habit. And just like worn-out clothing, they no longer serve us. In fact, they keep us small. They limit what we think we can do, and they hold us back from growth. Many people go through life living by beliefs they never chose. These thoughts may have started in childhood, but they rule our adult lives. The wisdom from spiritual teachings encourages us to look within. It says, don't just follow what others say. Ask yourself, is this belief helpful? Is it true? The moment we begin to question our beliefs is the moment we begin to wake up. You are not your thoughts, you are the awareness behind them. And this awareness is where your power lives. Holding on to old beliefs is like trying to sail with an anchor in the water. It keeps you from moving forward. If you want to grow, you must be willing to release what no longer helps you. That's where freedom begins, not in changing the outside world, but by letting go of the inner chains. So today, take a moment and ask yourself, what belief have I been carrying that no longer fits who I want to become? Lesson 2. Your brain is neuroplastic and can change. You are not stuck. No matter how long you've believed something, you can change it. Science now confirms what spiritual teachings have always hinted at. Your brain is flexible. It's constantly shaping and reshaping itself based on what you focus on. This is called neuroplasticity. It means your thoughts, your habits, even your emotional reactions can be changed. Isn't that empowering? You don't have to be who you were yesterday. Every moment offers a new chance to rewire your mind. Think of your brain like a garden. Whatever you water grows. If you keep watering thoughts like I'm not good enough, those weeds will take over. But if you start planting new thoughts like I am capable and tend to them daily, your mental landscape will begin to bloom. This doesn't mean change is instant. Just like planting a seed takes time to grow, reshaping your brain takes patience. But the process has already begun the moment you decide to choose new thoughts. The key is repetition and awareness. Every time you choose a new thought, a new pathway is being formed in your brain. It's like creating a trail through a forest. The more you walk the new path, the clearer it becomes. Eventually, the old path fades. The teachings of the awakened mind encourage us to break free from fixed ideas. They remind us that nothing is permanent, not even the way we think. Your mind is like clay. You can mold it with practice, with love, and with awareness. So if you've ever thought, I'll never change, let that idea go. You are changing right now simply by reading this. You have everything within you to create a new way of thinking, living, and being. Start by trusting that your mind is your servant, not your master. And remember, every new thought is a brick in the foundation of your new life. Lesson 3. Identify limiting beliefs you hold. You cannot change what you don't recognize. So the first real step in rewiring your brain is to identify the beliefs that limit you. These are often quiet, hidden in your thoughts, acting like background noise. But they shape everything: how you speak, how you treat yourself, and what you think is possible. Start paying attention to your inner voice. What do you tell yourself when things go wrong? Do you hear thoughts like, I always mess up, or I'll never succeed? These are clues. They point to deep-rooted beliefs that have been living inside you for years. Don't judge yourself for having them. We all carry limiting beliefs. The key is to become curious about them. Imagine your mind as a house. Some of the furniture in this house was placed there when you were a child. It may no longer fit your life, but it still takes up space. Identifying these beliefs is like walking through your mental house and noticing what no longer belongs. Ask yourself gentle questions. What do I believe about myself that keeps me stuck? Where did this belief come from? Is it something I chose, or did someone else plant it there? The more honest you are, the more you'll uncover. This isn't about blame, it's about awareness. Once you see a belief clearly, it loses its power. It becomes something you can work with, not something that controls you. Spiritual teachings always point us inward, inviting us to become aware of our mental patterns. They remind us that the roots of our suffering often lie in our own minds. But once you see the root, you can choose whether to water it or gently remove it. So begin this journey with compassion. Sit with your thoughts, notice the patterns, write them down if it helps. The goal isn't to judge your mind, but to understand it. Only through understanding can we begin to transform. Lesson 4. Challenge the validity of these beliefs. Once you've identified a limiting belief, the next step is to challenge it. Don't accept it as truth. Question it. Ask yourself, is this really true? Where is the proof? Can I be absolutely sure that this belief is valid? Most of the time, the answer is no. Beliefs feel real because they've been repeated, not because they are true. They may have started from a single event, a failure, a comment, or a moment of pain. But then we gave that moment a story, and that story became a belief. And that belief began to shape how we see the world. But you are not that story. You are not the voice in your head. You are the awareness that hears it. From that awareness, you can begin to gently examine the beliefs that limit you. Use your inner wisdom as a mirror. When a thought arises that says, "I'll never succeed," ask, "Has there been a time I did succeed?" When a belief says, "People always leave me," ask, "Is that true for everyone I've known?" This process is not about being harsh. It's about being honest. It's about standing in your own truth and refusing to live by a false narrative. Spiritual insight teaches us to see clearly, not through fear, not through judgment, but through calm observation. When we look at our beliefs with calm awareness, we often see they are full of holes. They don't hold up under light. And once we see that, we can let them go. It's like waking up from a dream. You realize you've been living inside a story that no longer fits. And in that moment, you are free to write a new one. This is the path to freedom, not through force, but through clarity. So every time a limiting belief arises, stop and question it. This is not rebellion, it is awakening. Lesson 5. Seek evidence that contradicts them. It's not enough to question your limiting beliefs. You must also look for proof that they are false. Why? Because your brain believes what it sees. It needs evidence to change. If you've spent years believing you're not worthy, then it helps to find even small moments where that belief was proven wrong. Maybe someone once complimented you and meant it. Maybe you succeeded at something even when you doubted yourself. These moments matter. They are your proof. Write them down. Collect them like treasures. Each piece of positive evidence is a crack in the wall of your old belief. And the more cracks there are, the easier it is to break through. This practice is not about being blindly positive. It's about being fair to yourself. So often we magnify our failures and ignore our wins, but you have both. You are not your worst moment. You are the sum of everything you've learned, overcome, and experienced. Spiritual teachings encourage us to seek truth, not illusions. And the truth is, you are not as limited as your beliefs make you feel. You are more capable, more resilient, and more worthy than you've been taught to think. If you believe you are unlovable, look back at moments you felt loved. If you believe you'll never succeed, remember a time you did something right. It doesn't have to be big. Small victories count. Use them. Let them remind you of who you really are. The mind changes through repetition, but also through emotional impact. When you recall a moment of truth, of being seen, valued, or victorious, feel it. Let that emotion anchor the new belief. Every time you find proof against a limiting thought, your brain begins to shift. New pathways are formed, and slowly, those old thoughts lose their grip. This is how real transformation begins, not by force, but by evidence. Lesson 6. Adopt new, empowering beliefs intentionally. Now that you've identified the old beliefs and seen how they've limited you, it's time to choose new ones. This step is powerful because it puts you back in control. You are not just reacting to life, you are shaping it from within. Think of your beliefs as the lens through which you see the world. If that lens is cracked or dirty, everything appears unclear. But once you clean it, life becomes brighter, sharper, and more hopeful. So what do you want to believe about yourself now? That you are worthy, capable, deserving of peace and love? Choose those beliefs, but don't just pick them like wishes. Feel them, breathe them in, adopt them like a new identity. The teachings of a wise life tell us that what we hold in our minds becomes our reality. So hold thoughts that lift you up. Let your new beliefs be like a seed planted deep in your heart. And each day, water them with your attention, your actions, and your kindness. Don't worry if they feel strange at first. A new belief often feels like an unfamiliar road, but with time, it becomes the path you walk with confidence. If you've always believed you're not enough, choosing to believe I am enough might feel uncomfortable. That's okay. Keep saying it anyway. You are teaching your brain a new language, and like any language, it takes practice. These new beliefs are not lies. They are the truths you were too afraid or too hurt to accept before. But now, you are ready. So write them down, say them aloud. Remind yourself of them when life gets hard. This is not pretending, this is reclaiming. You are not becoming someone else. You are becoming more of who you were always meant to be. And it begins with intention. So today, choose your beliefs with care. Let them be bold, loving, and strong. Let them lead you into the life you truly want. Lesson 7. Visualize and affirm these new beliefs. The mind works in images. It doesn't just think, it sees. That's why visualization is such a powerful tool for transformation. When you visualize your new beliefs, you are training your brain to accept them as real. Picture yourself living those beliefs. What does it look like to move through life with confidence? How do you speak, stand, and respond when you truly believe you are worthy? Take time each day to close your eyes and see that version of you. Don't worry about perfection. Just focus on the feeling. Let it fill your body. The more vividly you imagine it, the more your brain begins to accept it as truth. And the more real it feels, the easier it becomes to act from that place. This is how you create new mental pathways, through emotion, repetition, and belief. Alongside visualization, use affirmations. These are short, powerful statements that remind you of your new truth. Say them in the morning. Say them before bed. Say them when you feel doubt creeping in. Words like I am strong, I am worthy, and I am growing every day may seem simple, but they carry weight when said with feeling. The teachings that guide a mindful life remind us that words shape reality. So choose your words carefully. Use them to heal, not to hurt. When you combine visualization and affirmations, you are programming your mind in a new direction. You are creating mental blueprints for the life you want to build. At first, this practice may feel awkward or forced. That's normal. But don't stop. Every time you repeat a new belief and imagine it clearly, you are building a stronger foundation for change. And slowly, those new thoughts begin to replace the old ones. You don't need to believe fully right away. Just believe enough to begin. The rest will grow with time, attention, and care. Lesson 8. Take actions aligned with your new beliefs. Belief alone is not enough. If you want to rewire your mind, you must also take action. Every small step you take in alignment with your new beliefs reinforces them. Action turns ideas into experience. It's how your mind learns that the new path is safe, real, and effective. So if you believe I am confident, then act with confidence even if it feels scary. Speak up in a meeting. Share your ideas. Try something new. These actions may feel uncomfortable at first, but they send a strong message to your brain. The old belief no longer rules me. The wisdom of inner awakening always connects thought with action. It says, don't just think, live. Let your life be the reflection of your inner truth. If you believe you are worthy of love, then start treating yourself with kindness. Say no to people who drain you. Set healthy boundaries. If you believe you are capable, take on challenges that push you to grow. Your mind needs proof to solidify new beliefs, and action provides that proof. Remember, small steps count. You don't need to make a huge leap overnight. Even one small action taken in faith can shift your entire perspective. When you act, you build confidence, and confidence builds momentum. Soon, what once felt impossible becomes your new normal. There is a beautiful teaching that says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and each step forward weakens the grip of the past. The goal is not perfection, the goal is progress. Every action you take in support of your new belief is a victory. So don't wait for permission. Don't wait until you feel fully ready. Begin now. Let your actions speak the truth of who you are becoming. Let them say, I am not my past. I am my potential. Lesson 9. Consistency and repetition are key. Changing your beliefs is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. Your brain learns through repetition. The more often you repeat a thought, a behavior, or a belief, the stronger it becomes. Think of it like walking a trail. The first time you walk it, the path is rough, but the more you use it, the clearer and easier it becomes. That's how mental pathways work. So if you want to rewire your brain, you must be consistent. That means showing up every day, even when it's hard. Repeating your new beliefs, visualizing your new life, taking small actions that align with the person you are becoming. Some days will feel easy, others will feel like you're going backward, but keep going. Transformation is not a straight line, it's a spiral. You will revisit old thoughts and feelings, but each time you return, you're doing so with more strength, more awareness, and more wisdom. Spiritual teachings remind us to be steady like the ocean, not shaken by every wave. That steadiness comes from practice. The more you repeat your new beliefs, the more natural they feel. Eventually, they become your truth, not just something you say, but something you live. Don't rush the process, trust it. Celebrate small wins, be patient with setbacks, and most importantly, keep showing up. Make your practices part of your daily life. Affirm your worth in the mirror. Write down your goals. Reflect on your progress. The key is not to be perfect, but to be persistent. Even 5 minutes of focus each day can lead to major shifts over time. Your brain is listening. Your soul is watching. Every time you choose your new belief, you are becoming more of who you are meant to be. Let consistency be your silent strength. Let repetition be your quiet power. Lesson 10. Rewiring your brain takes time and effort. Real change doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and compassion. You are undoing years, sometimes decades, of old thinking. That takes patience. It takes love. Rewiring your brain is like tending to a garden that's been neglected. At first, it may seem overwhelming, but the more you care for it, the more it begins to bloom. Some days you'll feel energized and hopeful. Other days, you'll feel stuck. That's part of the journey. The important thing is not to give up. Keep watering the seeds of your new beliefs. Keep pulling out the weeds of old thinking. Little by little, you'll start to see change, not just in your thoughts, but in your feelings, actions, and life. The teachings of an awakened path remind us that true growth is slow and steady. It doesn't come from force. It comes from faith and dedication. Don't measure your progress by how fast you're going. Measure it by how committed you are to the journey. You will fall back into old patterns. That's okay. What matters is that you notice it and gently return. Each time you do, you're strengthening your awareness. That awareness is the real change. It's the light that guides you forward. Be kind to yourself. Speak to yourself like someone you love. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep going. Trust that your efforts are working, even when you can't see results right away. Every thought, every breath, every step counts. You are building a new life from the inside out, and that kind of change is worth the effort. So keep going, keep believing, keep showing up. The new you is not far away. In fact, you are already becoming them. One thought at a time, one step at a time, one breath at a time. And in that steady, sacred process, your mind and your life will be transformed. You are not your past. You are not your old beliefs. You are the one who sees, the one who chooses, and the one who can change. The journey may be long, but it is worth every step. Begin today, begin now. The path to freedom is already within you.